Hi netizens, quick one. Trigonometric equation. Solve 2 sine theta, and this ranges from 0 down to what? 360. If you observe your trigonometric functions, you discover that all trigonometric functions are positive in the first what? Quadrant. But because this ranges from 0 down to what? 360 degrees, this actually goes beyond what? Considering the first what? Quadrant. The next thing you need to do is, if you are talking about the sign which is given, what do? You need to understand that even if sign is positive in the first quadrant, it will also be what? Positive in the second quadrant. And that will be done probably when I have a live section. So in this case, if you have 2 sine theta, which is equal to 5 cos theta, the next thing you need to do is look at this critically. You observe that we are having sine function, we are also having what? Cos function. And this makes this question a bit what? Tricky. But while we dive into it, you understand how this works out. Then the first thing I need to do here is indicate my solution. What I will need to do here is to divide both sides by cos theta. By so doing, we'll be able to understand the next approach. So divide both sides by cos theta. If that is the case, we'll end up having 2 sine theta, 2 sine theta over what? Cos theta, which we are dividing both sides by. Cos theta equal to 5 cos theta will be divided by the same word, cos theta. Why are we doing this? We need to do this in order to focus on one trigonometric function, because looking at these two now, it complicates the whole thing. So by so doing, we'll be able to know the trigonometric function we need to go with. So cos theta cancels cos theta. Then we are having 2 sine theta over cos theta, which will be equal to this 5. If you have sine theta over cos theta, you need to recall that tan theta will give you what? Sine theta over cos theta. Yes, each time you have something like this, whenever you come across sine theta over cos theta, this will actually give you what? Tan theta. Yes, it's one of the trigonometric identities you need to take cognizance of. We recall that tan theta will be equal to what? Sine theta over cos theta. So if sine theta over cos theta is tan theta, we can now substitute this into this equation. So what we have becomes 2 tan theta, that will be equal to 5. Then the very next thing we need to do is to divide both sides by coefficient of tan theta, which is 2. So what we have becomes 2 tan theta over 2 equal to 5 over 2. Of course, 2 cancels what? 2. Then what do we have? We have tan theta to be equal to 5 over 2. And you know 5 over 2 in decimal is what? 2.5, 2.5, which is 2.5. Then we'll have tan theta to be equal to 2.5. Then it is now time to take the tan inverse. Taking the tan inverse is just like dividing both sides by tan for you to have the value of theta. Theta will be equal to tan inverse of 2.5. What do we have if you have to take the tan inverse of 2.5? In your calculator, you punch it. Then you punch it in your calculator. Tan inverse of 2.5, that will be 68.2. If you approximate it to one decimal place, that becomes tan will be equal to 68.2 degrees. But remember, this ranges from 0 to 360. So in the first quadrant, in the first quadrant, this is what you get. But we need to recall where tan can also be positive in one of the quadrants, except the first one. So if you have a case like this, here is for all trigonometric functions are what? Positive. Then only sign is positive here. T here is positive, then C here is positive. So first, second, third. So in the third quadrant, tan is also what? Positive. So we need to record that. And where tan is positive, the equation becomes theta minus 180 degrees. That's what you get. So this, we plug it in here to get a value. So third quadrant, we can say theta minus 180 degrees, which will be equal to what? 68.2 degrees. 68.2 degrees. If you add this, what do you get? We add 180 degrees to both sides. This becomes theta will be equal to 68.2 degrees plus 180 degrees. What do you get? 180 plus 60. 68.2 degrees plus 180 degrees, that will be 248.2 degrees. So the first quadrant, you have 68.2 degrees. Second quadrant, you get what? 248.2 degrees. That becomes the solution. Bye-bye.